And you are welcome. Good evening, everybody. And if you're watching on YouTube, good day. My name is Mazino Peel, but of course you know where you're at. It's the most anticipated late-night show on Nigerian television. We have redefined a late-night TV. The culture is ours now. We've put everything that you need to make this the ultimate men's guide. It is the Black Table. As you know, over time, we bring you the best and brightest, most assertive and astute gentlemen here every single Friday evening to dessert whatever it is we have. I'm going to introduce to you, to my left, young Ghanaian, actor, model, all the way from across the border, Mr. Gideon Boache. Did I get that right?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Good to have you here, man.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, most Ghanaians that I know are darker than you are. We got this version. We'll take this guy for the evening at least.
Yes.
And of course, to my right, he's undiluted, unrestrained. Yes, he said it. His name is Mr. Femi in the building here. And boy, what a roller coaster this is going to be. I'm scared each time you're on the show.
No, what?
No.
Don't do that.
You're the friend that puts everybody in trouble.
But I get that a lot, though.
Aha, so.
Because
and
I
of
say
course,
that is...
Yeah, you do actually. Okay, so in the back is not that very important. I've known him for a very long time. It's just Gang. Yeah, how you doing, Gang?
I'm great.
Well, alrighty then. So today we have very interesting topics for you guys, and you guys can also sink your teeth into it. Quite a lot of great fine topics here. So we are going to be beginning in just about a bit. Stay tuned, grab your drinks like we all have, get inebriated if you want to. It's the weekend already, and let's get started when we get back. And you are welcome back. That was a short break. We have these short breaks. I don't know why we have them. But in any case, let's get to it. What's brewing? Now, guys, you have seen this on social media. You've spoken about it with your friend today. Gang, you probably talked about it on radio this morning. I'm not too sure. But there's this video of this guy who walks in on his heavily pregnant wife, not Ghanaian. I think this somewhere Middle Eastern, African or something like that.
Praise God.
Yeah, you better praise God.
Amen, God.
But listen, yeah, it's a very disturbing video. Many people have attributed all sorts of things to it. What I saw in the video, the guy and a pregnant woman having sex, or, well, we didn't catch the sex bit, but we at least kind of like got the idea. There was plenty of romanticism going on, which people have connoted as other things. I don't know. I want to go first with Gang. What did you think when you first saw that video?
The first thing that came to me was that once again, another couple decide to put their lives on social media. His naked wife, heavily pregnant, like you said, and the man that she's with also nude in the room, exposing some of the family issues, which is a no-no, like for me. Like we always say, why is the internet the first place you go to take these things to?
Well, we're not sure whether it was a recent video. It might have been kept in storage for a very long time.
The fact that it even made it to
the fact that he even videoed it, yeah?
Why record it?
Proof.
Proof now.
Abi, what do you think, Femi?
Proof. But for me, I'm like, okay, so how is it that the first thing that came to your mind when you walk in on somebody giving it to your pregnant wife from the back is to flip out your phone and record? Like, do you have other emotions? Don't you have other emotions running through your body? Like, why is the first thing you're reaching for your phone, though?
Yeah, I have that answer, actually, but what did you think?
It's like what he's saying, like, won't you have time to process this?
Like, do you understand?
Good.
And then what's with just the phone coming in and take it, well, also for proof, like.
Proof. Okay, but this is my theory. Now, first off, this guy must have been on a journey or a travel or whatever it was, and then he came back unexpected, according to, you know, the wife might have perhaps maybe didn't think he was coming over. But if he did walk in on them, I think he was prepared.
Yeah, he was prepared, yeah. So I feel
he
like
knew stuff was going on already. I mean, see some stuff going on, like, let me just surprise this woman.
Let me
just somebody snitched.
Maybe somebody snitched.
Somebody snitched. It could have taken their phone. It could be anything.
I mean, no, but think about it. I wouldn't be that prepared if it was a mistake. Yeah, because it's like, let me cut them right from, you know, coming in through the door. Okay, I'm going to get these people. Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah. Martha, why? You mother. You know what the word is.
There was something Femi said behind the scenes that was like, he obviously had maybe some suspicion.
Suspicion, yeah, definitely.
You understand? Definitely. So he went to plan and say, let me confirm if this is true or not. So it's actually true.
Because you can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah. Because if your phone, you can't catch your wife in that kind of predicament.
Your pregnant wife.
Let's talk about that pregnant bit
and
now.
the first thing you do is actually bring out your phone.
Leave the phone, leave the guy. Who in their right senses, Lamushrang's a pregnant woman who's not your wife? If he's your wife, you're supposed to do that. I mean, that's a normal
Obligation.
Obligation. The way you think it's not obligation.
I don't understand what is attractive about a woman that has a balls in front though.
People find it attractive.
It's a fetish for some people.
It's a fetish.
People find it attractive.
Yeah.
Yes.
My wife was very attractive when she was pregnant.
Gets mine now.
You and I were in the same boats.
No,
Because I don't understand it.
Bachi, are you married?
No.
Oh, your girlfriend is in the background, by the way. Are you not gonna find out? You know.
But here's the thing. For the people that are married, check this out. For the people that are married and are also fathers, I'm sure when your wives were pregnant, you still engage in some activity.
You had to, actually.
And it also depends on your attraction to the woman. There's some women, it could be celebrities, they could be models, they could be drop-dead beautiful, even when they're pregnant. There's certain stages of pregnancy where a woman is a lot hotter, her boobs are fuller, her shape is a certain type of way.
Oh, I don't know about that too. I don't know about that too. I bet you differ. No, man, no.
Surprise, it's not me who actually put her in that
Tell you
situation.
what we're gonna do. Let's take a very short break. Let's attend to this when we get back. Don't go anywhere. It's still the Black Table. Remember the hashtag, by the way. It is the Black Table on TVC. Let's top up our glasses and we'll be back. Black Table here for you for a Friday night. And see, listen, seriously, guys, I'm not gonna let you guys get away with it this time. We were having such a grand discussion while the cameras were off and not on us. You guys have to say exactly what you guys said from before.
I'll go first.
Please go first, Femi.
I don't know how people find a pregnant. No, but you plant the seed though. A pregnant. How you gonna find that attractive though? How do you even get?
Say it like you want to say it, man.
How do you get a stiffy on a pregnant woman? I want to be.
But like I said, and I've seen this before, some people are actually attracted to pregnant women.
So I
Some
hear
people
though.
have a fetish for pregnant women.
So I hear.
They can't. I don't know what it is.
So
Like
for
you
a guy
said
like that,
about
you're
the
gonna
boobs
get
being
your
full
wife
and
pregnant
everything.
every time though.
You know. I don't know.
Like I also said, there are advantages to having sex with a pregnant woman.
You guys want to check this
Number
out?
one, she cannot get pregnant.
One, that's raw dog style.
Do you understand?
Oh, Jesus.
No, but there's just something about, see, as long as you guys say that you can sleep with your wives when they're pregnant, another man is looking at your wife and says, I can do the same to your wife.
But what obligation
Hence-
now?
hence this
Obligation
story.
different from
This one is
attraction.
not your wife. This is another woman.
God bless
And
you,
then
my
somebody
brother.
put her in that situation.
God bless you, my brother.
How do you get hard?
Hard.
Looking at another man's labor.
Another man's labor. Nice way to put it, man.
how?
Good, yeah. That's
See,
I didn't
opportunity comes but
No,
once.
this one is never an
There's the
opportunity.
caliber of woman that you might just have the single chance to be with.
And it's
Baba,
when
I-
she's
Baba,
pregnant.
Beyonce, Kim.
Rihanna.
I no do.
That's you.
I no do.
That's
Like,
you.
you're pregnant though. Go and give birth.
But it's a woman. It doesn't matter.
What about the things- okay,
Just look at it like she put on some weight.
Yeah, check this out, yeah.
No, no.
Like,
You know what I
just she's
found
fat.
very odd and most disturbing was the fact that you are doing somebody else's wife and you still had the patience, the time, the strategy to actually lay down romantic candles here and there and everything. What kind of a man, what kind of a stupid man does that? You didn't take her to a hotel, you didn't take her to another, inside the man's
bed.
house who has labored.
No, but that's that
Candles
risk
and
factor
everything.
though. People like risk is very
Risk will make sex
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
sweeter.
but pregnant woman, nah, man.
It pumps the adrenaline, you know.
I know do it.
How's the adrenaline pumping? I'm in your house. I'm on your bed. They should actually investigate the
I'm
guy
with your
and find
man.
out who he is in general. Because to enter another man's house,
Yes.
be on his bed with his pregnant wife, dude, no.
You know that Nigerian saying, it's a Yoruba one, I don't know if you know it. Maybe you have something like that in Ghana. Femi, help me out, the frog and the egg.
No,
If
but
you want to chop frog,
chop the one way.
chop the one we get egg.
No, so but for me,
So that's
though,
what the guy was doing. First
So
of all,
for me,
but
though, I
if
feel
I'm the
like-
lady, I would not be with that kind of a man because I don't think that
house.
he doesn't even look sexy. Is my point.
No, so
Not that
I
I know
feel,
sexy
so
men.
I feel like there's a backstory there. Like that girl, that guy, they have the thing going way back. Yeah, nobody.
He might even be the father.
Oh yeah.
Most probably. And the upside of this is, if it was the other way around, and it was this guy having sex with a random girl, the world would have gone crazy. Your pregnant wife, you cheated on her. But
There you have it. The
That
other
is-
way around.
we're all humans at the end of the day. We're all humans.
Man, you think that marriage is ever gonna work? If you were to, if that was
Baba,
happening?
no, I don't break now.
Wait,
Pregnant-
but well, let's just remember.
So
she's
it would have
carrying-
worked. It would have worked if he didn't make that video, because anybody,
That's seen
anywhere with
Stigma.
500 naira data, download. Your wife?
Stigma.
It's forever.
It's for. So that's why I tell people, like, anything you put on the internet, like, just know it can come back to bite you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can actually work things out, the guy and the girl. They can work things out, and life will be blissful. And we could be on the train in London. They're sitting opposite me, and I'm just watching the video.
I like, huh?
And the guy's like,
You be bringing it down to look at it.
like, now the game it is now. You understand?
Martha.
No,
Martha, Fanta.
Martha spoil matter.
Fanta. Everybody looked at me. I said Fanta.
Martha spoil matter.
Oh, Jesus.
Pregnant matter, why?
So we're laughing about this, but honestly, somewhere in Middle Africa, somebody's family is ruined there.
I'm sure guys have moved on though. And I believe without a doubt in my soul that he had his suspicions. He just had to confirm
There's a backstory. Like you said, there's a backstory. Just because if you listen to the audio, the guy really didn't sound that upset.
He wasn't pained, exactly.
He didn't really sound angry or upset that your pregnant wife, if that is your child in her belly,
I just
is
hope
with another
No,
man
funny enough, no DNA
on
needed,
your
man.
bed.
No DNA
Oh,
needed.
But then
no,
you
no,
might.
no.
So that brings that question
There's a
again. You have
backstory.
to actually ask and find out if that baby is his.
I
If
don't-
that would be the first thing on my mind.
There's no need to bother.
I just hope what I'm hearing
That
is
was
not
okay.
true.
You can go
That's
with the
the
child.
guy is a pastor.
Oh, that was in the story.
No, who was the pastor? The guy or
Which one?
the...
The guy that was in bed with a pregnant woman.
Oh, not from church. It is
Are you
not.
serious?
Yes. I just
Lord
hope.
It
have
was.
mercy.
It might have been some kind of deliverance, though.
You understand?
It might have been.
Let me lay this stick on you.
No, it might have been some kind of deliverance.
With all this candle.
That-
Yeah, so there
we
was
can't rule that out.
spirituality
We can't-
to
we
it.
can't- Because I mean, the house, pastor, pregnant, office, husband, house.
Goodness.
So that's why maybe confidentiality. And then the gut for him to be in, I mean, he's been in that home. Probably.
It's been
For
there.
more than
It wasn't
That
the
was
first time.
It wasn't the first time.
He's so much comfortable.
Very familiar with the place, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
another
man.
guy house, good
I love
smashing
this
pregnant wife.
angle that you just came from,
Which is?
the pastor angle.
Yeah.
So it could have been some form of deliverance, like you said.
It might
something
have
A
been.
lot. It's like,
Technically.
yes.
Instead of the
Let
deliverance
me
of the child.
just pray for
No, maybe
a very
not the
blessed
evil
child for you.
spirits and all those kind of
who
things,
might be the next president.
of, yeah.
Yes. So
And he had to,
it has
he
to
had
come
to
from
have
God.
carnal knowledge of her, so
Very.
that all the evil
Very.
things around her will be dispelled.
Yes.
But
And
now,
he has-
moving on from that, how common or prevalent do you think this is in society, Nigerian or Ghanaian?
I think this just shows us that at the end of the day, we're all humans. Like, so because normally, what we normally hear is, the guy cheated, the guy this, the guy that. This just shows you that women and men were all the same. We're all the same. It's just that guys don't know how to wrap their thing.
We don't know how to hide it?
Yes.
We're raw.
Yeah. Because in the real sense of the word, what is a pregnant woman? Pregnant. For me, like, when you're, my opinion, I feel like when you're pregnant, the only thing that runs through your mind is, how can I just deliver this baby? How can I? Like, I don't think you should have time for a romantic relationship. I mean, they had candles lit.
Yeah, they had time.
Like, they had time. It was properly planned.
I'm also scared for the baby as well, because if you're out there having that kind of...
So,
What?
So I had a conversation with someone about this thing.
Oh,
and the guy
talk.
said, you can just imagine the baby dodging. Like, ouch.
Here
Ouch.
comes another one.
Ouch.
But
They're
if you're
abusing me. In this.
if you're a mother and you're that risque and you're having sex with other people while you're pregnant, are you using protection? Because first off, it would seem that you do not have any concern about the health of the baby.
I'm almost certain that the baby is the guy's. It's not the father, the guy.
But what if it wasn't? What if the baby isn't? What if? Let's just say that yes, the baby is not the side guy's.
So I think at the end of the day, it comes down to who you are as a human being. Like, I feel like that guy definitely knew who he married. He knew who he married. Like, he might
knew
not, he might
himself
be in
as well.
denial. He might be in denial, but there's that, you know, you can lie to the world, but you can never lie to yourself.
True.
When you're going to bed at night, there's that part of you that tells you that, "No, this thing, no." So he knew who he married. He knew,
Femi,
like, okay.
How many married women are having sex outside there? How many in Lagos?
In all honesty, if God
Yes.
could show us the numbers, we go just collapse, all of us. Like, we'll faint.
Then again, you know,
Faint.
some people saw that video and instead of seeing like romantic candles, they
They
saw
saw
like
juju.
something ritualistic was
But
going
that's
on.
That is
African.
what I
Also,
said.
that's African. Everything for us is
They felt there was
spiritual.
something ritualistic. that was happening.
Everything for Africans is spiritual. Everything. Like, so that's the way we deal with things. I think that's our coping mechanism. Like, it has to be some kind of
Wasn't
ritual.
normal
No.
candles.
Can we all play devil's advocate for a minute? What if there was reason for her to actually go outside? What if the
How?
man... Wait now. I'm not espousing to what she did do. No, now, wait. No, I'm not gonna. Somebody's talking in my ear and say, "What if it's a spiritual thing?"
Let me
I'm
jump
not gonna
on
say
that
that's
train.
spiritual.
Let
But
me jump on
what
that train.
if the man was
Because
not?
like Femi said, he finds it hard that somebody is sleeping with a pregnant woman. Some men, husbands, are actually afraid to sleep with their pregnant
Thank
wives.
you. That's where I'm
So
going.
maybe she wasn't getting,
She
the
wasn't
attention
getting it.
and the emotions. And
Okay.
Femi, also to answer you, sometimes just because a woman is pregnant doesn't mean she doesn't have those urges and those feelings.
Yeah, they
and she
actually
doesn't
have
want
the
They actually have them even more when
She might still
exactly.
want that D and want so much, and she's not getting it, and the
Thank
guy
you.
is not willing to touch her, and somebody comes around to
And she
actually tell her
allows
that,
him.
you know what?
First time,
here
second
I
time,
am,
third time. Let's bring candles.
You know?
That's
And
what I
poof,
thought.
And you know the beautiful thing about life? You can explain everything. Because what you're trying to do right now is make sense of something
I
that
gave a
I
caveat.
know
Yes.
I gave a
does not
caveat.
make sense.
I said devil's advocate.
But it
let's
made
be
sense to her and the
It's
guy that were
justified.
about to do it,
Yeah.
and they didn't
Also,
care.
but it's funny though because that can actually be possible.
Yeah.
I'm as rational as that can actually be that.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy just goes, okay, auntie, when you deliver, we can continue from
Exactly.
there. And
Probably
she's
staying away
screaming
from
and
her.
Well, buy vibrator now.
In
Some
this-
people like
in
the
this
real
instance.
thing.
And like, do you understand? Okay, go to hotel. Why our bed?
Nah.
Yeah, that's
I don't have
disrespect.
the money for hotel.
The
No,
guy,
but it's sheer
so if
disrespect.
you're having sex with someone that
Hey.
doesn't have money for hotel,
Have you bought those
then
candles
there's a
before?
problem.
You know how much
But they
you
pay
spend
for
on
the
candles?
candles now.
Ooh.
Ah.
Just
No, no.
disrespect for me
The
is
Christmas candles have been in the house. I'm just
don't
trying to-
rationalize. But for, one other thing that I really find very, very upsetting is the disrespect, the guts
Complete.
from the guy, not even the lady.
So I feel
the
like the
guy.
guy. I feel like, in all honesty, though, the guy probably. This is my opinion. I feel like the guy probably saw a girl that was out of his league. She was obviously out of his league.
Got
He
married to a
tried
rich guy.
Okay, you know what? This is something I want, but I know it's out of my league. But I'm just going to try as much as possible to hold it down. And these are the things that happen when you play outside of your circle. You know your capacity as a human being. You know what is out of your league. You know what is not. It's basically like spending money you don't have. You are going to regret it at some point.
Yeah.
Because in the real sense of the word, there's no way a normal guy would marry a normal girl and this would happen. So I would rather her, and I'm assuming that they had no other prior issues, I would rather her call his parents and say, your son is not sleeping with me because I'm pregnant.
Okay.
It would actually be a better fight
Tell you
than
what, Femi.
smashing somebody on your
Matrimonial
matrimonial
bed.
bed.
That would be a good way to put a bow in it and round it up for that topic, yeah? But I do understand what you're saying. Still playing the devil's advocate, however, we don't know the full story, and we hope
Exactly.
that we find what the full story is eventually. Do stay tuned. It's Femi Boitier here and also Mr. Gang in the back. We'll be back after this. We've got our main topic for today, something that's quite similar. They always are. And we'll be talking about that with you. Do remember the hashtag on all social media platforms, The Black Table on TVC. There you have it. There it is. All right, we'll be back. We have a topic for you guys this evening now, dealing with the loss of physical attraction in a marriage or relationship. Now, the case study here is one of Evangelist Ikuku, who opened up stating that he has no feelings any longer for his wife, that he doesn't find her attractive anymore. He says he was initially sexually attracted to his wife, but after they got married, he no longer feels the same way. No attraction after only just 5 years. Now, this is a very funny thing, Femi, first off. This is also coming from a man of God. So I don't know how to look at it or what to say. I'm like, but
Well, it's just there. It's there.
did it happen?
It's there.
I don't know.
First of 5
Gideon.
years.
5 years.
Is not easy.
Well, are you married? You're not married, are you?
No.
Would you know about how this thing works? But let's say in a relationship, for starters.
Exactly.
Do you find that you can just lose all feelings, all sense of attraction for a partner?
I mean, let's just imagine before she says yes to you, there's this heightened feelings. You hit it back to back. Then the minute she says yes to you, you go like, not today. Let's do it this weekend. I feel like
Familiarity kind of like,
it can't set in. Then it will just depend on you being very intentional.
love as a choice.
It is.
I get you.
I'm looking behind you. And,
Leave.
I'm wondering.
This guy's on filter.
It has to be
I
intentional.
can't see what you are not saying from where I'm sitting.
Right?
How do you take it though?
So yeah, but for me though, I feel like that's why you should never buy anything non-tested. Never, ever.
There's the reason why he only drives Tokumbo cars, because they don't test on
You
tire.
have to test. So I always say this thing there. For me, in marriage, forget what anybody tells you. Once you guys stop having sex, that's the beginning of the end. Because regardless of whatever it is that you guys are going through, for as long as you're still like, come here, come here,
Exactly. It's the
you
bond.
can fix whatever problem you have. But you see, when you lose that sexual chemistry, it's the beginning of, you can try every other thing in the world. It's never going to work. Because I feel like sex is that point in your life where you submit yourself completely. So it doesn't matter if you annoyed me yesterday. It doesn't matter if you annoyed me 2 weeks ago.
You
It
should
doesn't,
still be
do you understand? If I
active.
can still get naked for you, then all of those are irrelevant. And I believe without any doubt in my soul that people actually need to be true to themselves. When you are not sexually attracted to your partner, it's a big problem. Like,
Very big
let
one.
nobody
So what do
lie
you
to you
think then?
about
Do you
it.
think what the Ikuku himself said or coming out to tell
So the
was
first
the
thing
right?
is, so the first thing when I saw that, the first thing that came to my mind was like, so let's assume I know Reverend Ikuku, and I'm sitting down in the office and I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see this thing pop up. I know his wife. I'm like, why are you telling the world? Like, so imagine the wife in the office typing and filling papers, and then somebody
Then
says,
a friend of his.
God, your husband is not attracted to you anymore. It's a lot, though. It's a lot. And I think social media is actually things that people
Oh, don't
think.
go to social media. I really wanted to get there, but I wanted to ask Gang, because he's also a professor in these topics. What causes the loss of sexual attraction?
It could be many things. Here's the funny thing. Change is constant. There's change negative, there's positive.
Yep.
The funny thing, like I said in the group chat during the week, is like your marriage can't be based on just a physical or sexual attraction. There has to be more on that. But different things can cause it. It could be weight gain.
Yeah.
Those are things.
Keep going.
We said earlier on, if some people don't want to have sex with a pregnant woman because they have certain fears and they've heard certain
It's just
things
9
as
months,
well.
though.
Yep.
You get me?
9 months is a long
It's
time.
just 9 months, though.
Oh,
Yeah, that's for the woman. Do you understand? Like a man
three-quarters of a
can do,
year.
like somebody like me that grew a pot belly. I thought my wife wouldn't really want to get down anymore. Like
Oh, she
the-
found her way around it.
Yeah, I found my way around
She
it
did,
too.
not you.
But different things can physically happen that will make you no longer like if you have a certain spec. You know, there's a way you like them, like how our Ghanaian guest here likes them slim, dark. You know.
I do.
So what happens? What happens when they put on extra weight?
Don't
what
gain
happens?
weight.
What
No,
happens when
don't
they
gain
don't take care of
weight.
themselves?
No.
Don't gain weight.
Do you understand? What happens when they? What happens when they don't take care of themselves? Do you understand? So many things.
Can I plug in there and say
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
And please forgive my use of the word plug. Never plug it. I find that weight gain, change in physical appearance, they're all factors. But there's one big factor which you almost touched on. I had to stop because I didn't want you to steal my thunder. 2 weeks ago, I decided that I was going to clean up my algorithm for Instagram, and I did that deliberately because I noticed that, and I'm not ashamed to say this.
You're saying
I
almost
was
the same thing.
Well, not just the same thing, but things that I really, you know, it's women.
vibing with them
It's
anymore.
women they're all over the place. It's, you know, they're just scrolling through my Explore page.
Okay, that's
And I thought to myself, I must have clicked on one of two
One
of
or
these
two,
very
yeah.
beautiful women once or twice. I'm accepting that I did
have,
because
yeah.
they're beautiful.
This is-
But then I said to myself, no, I can't do this. Because there's a way social media actually makes you start to think. It kind of like programs your mind into, this is how a woman must be. If your woman is not like this, then
You're missing out.
come over to the dark side.
No, but
So I cleaned that up, and today I put up a post and I said, I actually feel mentally better because now my algorithm is only about bikes, gym and stuff.
Football, that's me.
Exactly.
Yes.
So that's
Yes.
also a factor. What you see programs your mind, and I think this is what's responsible for most of the
honestly,
distractions. Oh, how did I say I was going to put it? Something about the. I'm going to remember before the end of the show.
So honestly, though, I feel like loss of sexual attraction in a marriage because I have first-hand experience. First-hand experience because so there's a friend of mine. We're really good friends back then, and for women, I'm speaking for women now because I mean I've spoken to about 4 married women, and I realized that for them it's a different thing from men. Now, for women, loss in sexual attraction could be anything from, and most of them, it's not really about weight gain or weight loss. It's about, okay, this guy has changed. Like, oh, when I met him, he was a go-getter. All of a sudden, he's just so laid back. like women actually like men that constantly amuse them. Like wow, wow, wow. The moment you start to lose that wow factor, she starts to lose interest. So because I don't speak to them anymore, and I hope they are not watching this, there was a friend of mine that said, a girl, his wife said to me that when she met him, he was a go-getter, but now he's so laid back. I mean, she goes out in the morning, she knows what he's wearing when she goes out, and she knows he's going to be wearing exactly the same thing when she gets back. And she said in her words that when he's having sex with me, I just lay back there and close my eyes. So the day she said that, I knew that was 3 years before they finally went their separate ways. But I knew that she had actually completely removed herself from that marriage. And I've had 1, 2, 3 other women say almost the same thing, like, I'm not interested in him anymore.
I'm really scared that I know that I know you, because you seem to know a lot of people who have divorced their partners, who are having problems.
So
I don't know what I'm sitting here with you is going to rub off on me. I don't know if you're scared.
No,
I'm not scared, but what's the good thing for me?
So here's the funny thing. One day I was
think
talking to my wife,
Femi-
and she said to me, she was like, you realize that of all the people we know while we're starting our life,
the only ones who are still
there are like just 2 of us left married.
Wow.
I was like,
you must be the problem.
I never thought about it like that. And these were completely great marriages. But people just they couldn't walk around it.
I'll tell you why yours is working, but in a bit. You were going to say.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I've noticed something. Communication is very important. And these people are supposed to be having conversations with their spouses. Unfortunately, they're having conversations
with other people.
With you, with other people.
Thank you.
If you can communicate and say, I'm not feeling you like I used to, there are things you can do to fix it, to address it, to keep that energy. You need to be creative enough to know, and intentional as well, to know that I need to change or do something to keep the fire burning.
So Gideon, what's the culture like in Ghana regarding marriage? People, do you guys well, it should be like it is in Nigeria. I mean, we always carry that fire
We've
through.
got similar.
Very similar cultures.
Yeah.
But my question now is, and I was going to say this about him, communication, when you're home with you're not married, unfortunately, but don't worry, in due time. But maybe you have friends who have. But that communication thing is the biggest, for me, the biggest factor. Like in your case, the reason why you're still together, your friends aren't, is the fact that you tell the truth to your wife.
No, because the truth of the matter is I would rather not have it any other way, though. I always say this, like, why are you... So I feel like... And the first time she told me that, I was like, why are you not saying this to him, though? Because he doesn't know this. Like, he doesn't know this is how you feel. Why are you carrying this burden? Like, and then you're carrying this aggression towards another human being that you live with every day. And this thing just keeps building and building. With everything they do, you just add one more layer and another layer. And I'm like, it's not...
Pretty much very lucky to have somebody that would just come to you and say, she says it at it.
Yeah.
Conversations are difficult.
But then again, when women fall out of love or when they fall out of attraction, I don't know if that's the thing. It's with a man. It's not about their physical appearance.
Most times, yes.
It's
most
not.
times. For
it's
women,
like you've just explained.
Most
It's
times
about
for women, no.
their drive, maybe
The
lost in drive or
right.
this or that. Nah. But for men, why is it that it's almost always about the fact that they are not the same person, shapely, like they met them from before? That's what I'm suspecting in the case of this pastor Ikuku has happened. Am I correct or wrong here, Gideon? Do you agree or not? He breathes in.
About to get something deep.
I'm hoping.
Something very deep.
But do you think that, do you ever think that women would look at a man and say, he's out of shape, I'm no longer attracted
Some
to him?
actually do.
Yeah.
Right? But there's this, I don't know when it actually happened, but we tend to actually pay attention to the physical stature of a woman.
Humans, we have
More like-
eyes.
Yes, we are visual.
We're visual.
You understand? More than the woman. Some of them, yes, do more of the mental thing and try to just go like the personality behind you. But we look at you and go like, this was why I called you to tell you to come and sit close.
You look sexy, I like it.
Yes.
All
It's
that.
ravish and it's more like, yeah, you're showing thigh.
But we
Now
have
at home,
seen,
you're putting on this.
we have examples of couples who are still looking fit, still looking good, but still break up at the end of the day.
I want to see this.
In that case,
I'm wondering if
pastor's
it's
wife then
I'm
to actually
well,
get this,
yeah,
juxtapose those when he met her.
her and
And
now.
how she is now.
Yeah.
but, for me, this is what I believe. Like, regardless of whatever shape the woman or the guy is in, at some point, every marriage will take a nosedive.
It's called routine.
Yeah, routine kills everything. So,
So
it is
routine is
important-
not good.
Oh, it's not good.
You have to switch things up from time
Okay,
to
it's
time.
become monotonous. It's,
Yeah.
it's predictable,
It's
so
very
you know
important
what
to know.
You know what
when
to
it's
expect.
taking a nosedive, and then you're like, okay, you know what? What are we going to do about this? This is where we are now. Because in all honesty, the first time you get with the girl that you like and she likes you,
So
you
excited.
guys are going to be firing on all
Yeah.
four cylinders
Yes.
every.
Yes.
But then again, now let's throw in the mix of you're married.
Yeah.
You go to work, she goes to work. You guys come back, you're both tired. She lives in your house now, so you know that you can have it anytime you
You
want.
see her naked every
You
single
understand? You
night.
see her- there was the first before you guys got married. Every time you saw your girl, she was looking 100. She was always 100. Do you understand? She knew you were coming. Now you're going to see her wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, she brushes her mouth, she has a bath, she walks around with G-string, and you're like. So, in all honesty, boredom begins to set in, and I think as sensible people, that's where you're supposed to arrest it and be like, okay, you know what? This thing is getting boring.
Okay.
Maybe we should go on VK. Maybe, like, just find something.
Like I
to do.
said,
Because
switch
it's only
it
normal.
up,
It's
but-
only normal.
That's also bends on certain factors. I mean, if you want to switch things up, then you have to have the money to switch things up.
Money,
That's the
yeah?
mistake a lot of
frankly.
so that's the mistake a lot of people make, though. That's the mistake a lot of people
Don't
make.
crucify me. I was coming
Not
there.
everybody has that skill set to switch
But
things
it's,
up.
Right.
it's not. Does switching things up have to be expensive?
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
You don't have to do it in the bedroom every day. You can do it in the living room.
Whoa! That's not what I meant. But now that you said that,
No,
Yeah, be impulsive like that. No, but
I can
sometimes
tell
see,
you for free.
I
like,
agree with you, actually.
Imagine knowing that, okay, as you are,
You just took it to 100 real quick.
No, but that's the truth. Like, you.
See,
in
listen,
all
let me
honesty,
give you a list.
Okay.
You can switch up styles. For people that are holier than most, maybe
Bro.
it's only missionary that they know.
Bro.
You can change styles. Like Femi said, you can change location.
Location.
You understand? Some people want to even invite third parties.
whoa,
That's on you. But
Get down!
But-
Get
I'm saying
down!
that's what some people do.
Get down!
Some people decide to swing with other. You just need to. If you keep on doing the same thing. And
How
then
did you
the
switch
same-
yours up?
Right? Mine doesn't need switching.
Ah,
Because
that-
I'm-
that-
So there's never been a third party.
Gag
Where you
always
want-
has
See,
the
let me
right
tell
things
you.
to say.
Let me tell you something about
Guys,
my
I
marriage.
don't prepared. I don't like people like
Let
that.
me tell you something about my marriage.
I've never
I
caught you off
picked a
guard
woman.
before.
I picked a woman whose body is not going to change like that over the next
And you know this
40
because
years.
How
I
did
Exactly,
see,
yes.
see, listen, 12 years, and she's still
Break our drink,
don't
all
see,
of it.
That's what happened.
12 years.
When I'm swinging it, it just hits that body.
12 years.
12 years. And do you understand? My wife still attracts me like the first time I saw her. You get me? And this
That's
after
nice.
2
He's
kids.
getting some tonight.
This after 2 kids.
Oh,
So
sure,
there are
man.
different
Then
things.
this side, oh,
Do you understand?
God.
And this is
Wife
what Femi
is
said.
watching.
There are different rooms in the house that you can try.
Hey,
There are different things you can do. Sometimes you can even say, you know what, we're not even staying in the house this weekend.
Doing it in the
We're
car.
going somewhere else.
True.
Sometimes you might even, here's another thing. Sometimes you might even want to introduce some toys.
Gang the bed
It
man
hap-
down.
I'm telling you
Batman things.
from things I've heard and things I've seen
but not done.
and things I've experienced. So
Does
there's
this
different ways to
experience
switch it
include
up.
things that you've done? No, it's okay. Well, man.
Here's another thing.
Don't
the
try,
way
you
you
will
dress.
not- you will get
The way
it.
you dress sometimes. You know, the natural African woman might want to be tying wrapper, big t-shirt.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know those
Something
kind of
on her head.
women.
So you get me?
That's what I'm saying.
The outfits you wear around the house, it matters.
I-
The way
I-
you
I-
present yourself. Even as a guy, the way you dress, the way you smell.
Right?
It says a
Personally-
lot to a woman as
personally-
well. So
personally-
there's different ways to switch it up.
So personally, I found this one, baby, I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to educate people here with something you did that I thought was grand. I walked into the... Why are you drinking like that? You're making me nervous.
As it, go ahead.
I walked into the house and my wife actually switched things up.
Baba lose God today.
She had
He lose
actually...
God today.
She had actually bought this very beautiful, you want the clothes off, but this time she was wearing this very beautiful lingerie, and I'm like, I've not seen this before. And for me, it wasn't even the dress or whatever it was, the lingerie. It wasn't even that. It was the spontaneity.
No, but
Yeah.
guess what? Guess what took
So
you?
that's what I meant. You
Guess
don't need
no, but
any
guess,
expensive.
No, but guess what took you?
What?
The effort.
Good.
Effort.
It was the effort.
The intention,
It was
the
the effort.
effort.
Exactly.
It was the effort
Yeah.
that took
From
you.
her.
So
exactly.
in all honesty, and I'm being honest here. In all honesty, most times, because the person is right beside you every night, there's always a tendency to just assume that, oh, we'll do it tomorrow. It's always there. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow, and then you don't put in any effort anymore. Now, say for example, when you guys were cutting, you know that, if I don't smash this week, it's till next week. Oh. Do you understand? So you're going to,
We didn't do any of that.
we did all of that. So like, I'll
seeing her
never
in
buy
that.
anything that I've not tested in my life.
I'm just going back to
can
tested
never.
theory.
I can never because.
Gang,
that's
did you get yours tested or
no, but that's
untested?
where you get surprises
Untested.
though.
You got yours untested.
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 Come on, you are
This man
lucky.
got her pregnant before.
No, but I
Wait,
said
I want to ask
untested.
you a question. I want to ask you a question. The way your wives, this doesn't involve you. But
Sorry,
the
we'll
way
come back
your
to you.
wives, the way your wives dress when they come to bed, does that tell you anything?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
a signal.
sometimes.
No, so that's the first sign. The
Sometimes.
first tell that
It's a
you're
signal.
getting it tonight though.
Yes.
So, but here's the thing though. A lot of
If they
people.
come wearing a pair of jeans,
Lock up now.
That's
You know,
just,
the
why,
office
why
don't
would
close.
you be coming to bed with bucket pints?
Office
first
don't
of all?
close.
It's not.
So here's the thing, and I say this to a lot of people that people, you have to be intentional when you are married,
Yeah.
and especially when you're married for a bit. You have to be intentional about these things. They're not going to happen. I mean, you have kids in the house.
yeah.
It was a different case when it was just you guys in the house, and you know you could do whatever you want. Now you have kids, so that means that there are things you want to do. They can't be around. Like you have to be intentional about it. It's not going to fall out of the sky.
I got one thing though. Well, in this case, it's not just anybody who's saying that they've lost attraction for their wife. This is a man of God. I'm thinking about the whether it was the influence or the impact. You're a man of God, and you're telling these kinds of things. You have a congregation or a group of people who actually look up to you.
You even
What are you
giving,
telling?
advice to
Yeah, so it kind of
newly
threw me off.
wedded
It kind of
couples.
threw me off.
But here's the thing though. At the end of the day, he's still a human being. He has needs.
Wait,
He wakes up in the morning with a stiffy,
Femi,
and he can't stick it to the
Femi,
woman beside
Femi,
him.
whose business is it?
So,
You're a man of
first-
God.
but if he's
So
still
turn to
sleeping with his
Jesus or
wife-
somebody, pray about
So
it.
for me, no, Jan, prayer is not going to solve that problem. People always, prayer never solves that
You guys,
problem.
you guys are really religious in Ghana, aren't you? I mean, I've
Very.
been to Ghana before. Every street has
Very.
a church and stuff like
So
that.
I'm gonna-
Your men of actually they do.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys this. People always assume, and it's a very dangerous assumption. Men always assume that because you've been with this woman for a long time, she doesn't have the kind of needs that she had back then. But she does. Now, as a man, before you decided, okay, this is the lady I want to settle with, there must be certain things that you saw that blew you away, right? Once those things start to
Dwindle,
fiddle away,
fade.
it's a problem. You find your attraction falling. And I think that's the point where you call your partner and be like, okay,
Is it that easy? Then
Is
they
the- is-
hear.
no, but so-
That's
so
another
here's-
thing. How do you tell?
no, but so here's the,
You know, it's not
the
every-
easiest thing in the world. I tell people this. So what are the options? The only option you have if you don't do that is you guys are going to end up in the divorce court.
Yeah, but you see, and gang, please back me up here if you can. My point is this: it takes two people who absolutely know each other, respect each other, and communicate with each other to actually say, okay, I'm telling you this because I think you're going out of shape, baby, or this is dying, this is not how I met you.
So here's the
And for
thing,
that person to
communication-
also reciprocate,
Baba,
Take it in
take
good
it in
faith.
and okay, and then work toward it.
Here's the honest thing there. Communication is difficult. Honest communication is very, very difficult. But guess what? I always say this thing, like, I'd rather someone tell me something I didn't want to hear,
Yeah.
but I was true,
Yeah.
than you telling me what I want to hear. Oh, you're doing it right. Imagine, I don't know if I can say this. So
Once again, let's
There's
hear
something
another.
Femi can't say.
Yes,
No,
and-
so here's the thing.
Wow.
Imagine sleeping with a girl, and you think that, oh, more, I've been in charm.
Yeah.
And then the girl's like,
Go
that's
to
like,
talk to their friends. Even.
You're just there.
won't you rather she told you that,
Yeah,
Mr.
you
Man,
try,
you are
yeah.
not,
What's this?
you are not, do you understand? So, in all honesty, for me, like, I believe without any doubt in my soul that communication solves a lot of problems. Yes, you're not receiving it might
Apart
not
from
be.
communication, Femi, I would say this, and I've said it before. I don't know whether people will understand it the way I do. That's what happens when you have a spec.
Nobody gets back.
Do you understand? No,
Baba,
some people tell
nobody
you.
gets spec.
Some people will tell you.
Baba,
There's
you
no
don't
such thing
get
as spec.
spec.
If you follow
You
spec,
don't get spec.
if you follow spec, you're in trouble.
You don't get spec. You don't want to say you don't get spec.
Do you live in a paradise? It's like everything roll rosy in your house. Because
Because
the way
I'm
you
in
always say
business.
these
I
things.
do
it's like-
myself the
it's
truth.
like-
But
no,
I can
no,
tell you for free, you don't get spec.
Yeah, I don't get spec.
Nobody gets spec. So men
I don't
always
get spec.
assume that, oh, have a spec, there has to be, it's
Yeah.
a lie.
Wow.
Draw a list of all the girls you've been with.
Yeah.
There's almost no similarity between them. You're a man. You might like this one for boobs.
So.
Yeah.
You might like this one for backside.
Yeah.
You might like this one for mannerism. You might like this one for
Talk.
the talk. Do you understand?
Company.
Conversation. So in the real sense of the word, women might have spec because I'm not the one I wouldn't know.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
as a man,
the same guy every time.
as a man, How is it that you like Rihanna, who is skinny?
Yeah.
You like Beyonce, who is on the thick side?
Like Lizzo.
Do you
It's on the
understand?
thicker side.
In some
side.
situations.
Careful, don't be shaking your head. You are not.
Like,
Be
there's
careful.
a bomb behind you. If I were you, I'd be very, very
Yeah.
careful right now.
We like you.
and I would like for you to have peace. So please.
Oh boy,
be careful.
listen, yo. Let's put a bow in it this time. When we get back, we're expecting your comments. The Black Table on TVC, that's hashtag the Black Table on TVC. We'd like to know what you guys think about the two topics we've talked about today. We'll be right back after this break. Once again, would like to say thank you to everybody who watches the show every single Friday into Saturday morning, and also take out time to send in messages. The show is almost over, but we have to plug you guys in. Thank you very much for using the hashtag the Black Table on TVC. Let's get to this now. At Her Birdview, sounds like a great hotel, says, this man who caught his pregnant wife will forever have PTSD.
Yeah.
PTSD, what about the baby? Oh, I can understand it, but I think the guy is okay if you ask me. He's sorted. Pepe Ripe says, gang saying sleeping with a pregnant woman makes sense because he can't get pregnant for you. Got me rolling on the floor. Baba, have you done it before? Because it looks like you've been talking from
You
experience.
have to answer that, though.
Gang, please.
You have to answer that.
Like I said, you know, I'm happily married, and when
That's
my
not the
wife,
question.
you know,
Have you done it before?
done
It's
it
a yes
the
or no
answer is
question.
yes.
Okay.
With my wife.
From before
You
you
didn't answer that
got
part.
married, gang. There's always
No, before I got
You
married.
didn't answer that part.
Listen, I thank
We don't
the
need that
Lord,
information.
and thank the Lord above that I've not been a bad boy like some of you have.
Oh.
Don't go there.
Oh.
Don't go there. Shots fired.
Oh.
Some of us are from the military. We don't take these things. Lie down. So please.
We got more. Mr. Lover says, I agree with you. All these, there is more to the whole madness with the man and his pregnant wife. Yes,
Definitely.
I think there's already a problem in the family from before. He
Definitely.
suspected. He walked in there prepared with his phone and everything. Probably not his baby in that woman.
Oh.
That's what I
Most
think.
probably.
And this is Kintayo Jr. At the Vinch 231 says it's just insane when you think about the guts the guy had. It can't be the first time, nope, to be honest,
what I'm saying.
because if it is, I
Exactly.
believe someone who is reasonable would want to go play away with a pregnant lady on her turf. Yeah, that was crazy. Hashtag the Black Table on TVC. Thank you very much. Remember to use that. We still got plenty more. Lil Boo Boo 419. We didn't know that type. Says this pastor should get out. If he's a pastor, we're not too sure. But Gideon says he is. What is our business knowing his marriage? Oh, you're talking about the second.
Yeah.
Forgive me. Yes, Pastor Ikuku. What is our business knowing his marital ish? She says, or he says. Figure it out, dude. Abi Spirikoko, don't carry your brain, go. You don't know what to do to get your sex life back. And that is where I stand with all this. We don't need to know. There's plenty of advice that the Bible gives, even when you think that it doesn't, about you, your partner, and how to make things work. I don't think as a man of God, he should have been telling us
I think
what
it
the
was-
impact is on his
So
congregation.
I honestly feel that the guy put that out there just so he could
Hey!
dissolve the marriage.
Something just entered my head. The guy has a side chick already.
He just wanted to dissolve the marriage. He wanted
exactly.
to dissolve the marriage. He wanted to. Because it was only for him to tell us.
What?
Pastor?
Yeah, the pastor probably already has. You said it when we were off. You said he has. Was something is entering his eye.
Bro,
now.
a pastor is a human being. Oh. If Beyonce stand for in front of strip, he go stiffy. Oh.
Wait, I'm getting information now that the pastor actually said he has a side chick. Am I correct or am I wrong?
It's a normal thing.
So we suspected correctly.
No, it's a normal thing.
Wow.
It's actually a normal
Okay,
thing.
oh.
Well, it just goes to show you, you know, in the book of Matthew, it says not everybody that calls the name of God is actually
So,
a man of God. per se.
100%.
I'm sad for his
No,
congregation.
gang surprises you every single
Every
time.
single time.
But
Every
nobody
single
say,
time.
not everybody that says he's a pastor is actually a pastor or a man of God.
True that, true.
I
true.
But then in the same sense, they're
No,
still
but I
men.
also feel like we actually owe these human beings to higher
Too much
standards.
esteem.
Yes, it's wrong. It's
I
actually
agree
wrong.
with
They're
you.
human beings just like you and I.
Yeah.
They'll fall into temptation. They'll look at breasts. Yeah, it's normal.
Especially
Maybe
human
at
being.
church.
because of how they also play.
So imagine if
No, how do you mean how they also
I
play?
mean, these pastors,
Yeah.
all right? Some of them actually make us believe that they see God face to face.
true.
And so certain
They are
sinful
they are
acts.
above certain
Above.
things. True that, true that, true that, true that.
So it's how they play in front of
And
our
then you now
eyes.
find out
That's why
that-
we cut them a lot of slack and
Like-
go like, you're supposed to sit
Says
still.
this.
Yeah.
Yes. Pastor,
So
you
it's
they
just-
do
it's just not
doggy.
Ah, Do you understand?
Missionary. Pastor. Don't do that.
How would you know
How
what
you
styles
from
they're
the
doing?
back? Pastor. Come on.
Oh, jeez, look at
Don't
more.
do that. It's almost sinful.
A guy actually tweeted one time that he is attracted to a pregnant woman. Yes, says this person. Yeah,
Human
it
being.
happens. It's a thing. Go research it. People are attracted to people who are lactating, women who are lactating. That's
Can
some
never
Weird
be me.
fetishes.
Some people,
Can
yeah,
never be
pregnant.
me,
Yeah.
though.
The key here is make sure that the pregnant woman you're attracted
Is
to
your
is
one.
yours and not somebody else's.
Yeah.
At
So
Outlook-
are you, sorry, are you saying for you to be attracted to her, you're always going to have to get her pregnant?
Yes, there you go. Continue.
Because, I mean,
Gang,
like,
be specific.
Yeah, fetishes are weird. It comes to you
Yeah.
like that.
Okay, this is at Outlook.com. Hey, you're becoming a regular. Thank you very much. It says, look, Mazina, I still really love my wife, and sometimes we don't have sex for almost 2 months. That's a long time, but it happens.
Wow.
We both come home tired, but I still cuddle her to sleep, kiss her randomly, and we are sure that we may be just on need of a vacation. So yes, I'm good at beg. So it does happen. I think 2 shows ago or 3 shows ago.
No, but still, there's physical touch.
there's physical touch, yeah.
So he's all right. You
Is that
understand?
enough,
so
though?
intimacy
To
for
some-
me,
yeah.
I always say this, it's not just always sex.
It's dynamic.
It's not always
Yes,
sexual.
it's dynamic.
Nice word.
It could be conversation, it could be touch. So some women just want you to be there, beside me, holding me.
Yeah.
The guy wants to, let's get down. But she's complete, just you being
all
beside
right.
me. Like intimacy is very dynamic. That's just the word. It's very dynamic.
I saw this thing on socials where a woman was saying sometimes when they say they just want a back rub or a massage, that's what they want.
Sometimes.
But it's hard for men to actually execute that.
Sometimes.
At some point they want more. But sometimes that's what they want. They don't want the sex.
And
Go
you
massage
surprise them with the end product.
Exactly.
Gideon, you
they
have a
like?
fan.
Ooh.
You have a fan. Linda here says, hey, who is this Ghanaian bloke, this Ghanaian brother? Charlie, welcome to Nigeria.
Thank you.
You're all I see.
Oh!
If only you were here, I
You
think
behave yourself.
So, disclaimer. There's a frown behind the scenes.
This Charlie is
A
taking.
big frown behind the scenes. So please,
Don't bring a
Linda,
Charlie here.
do
Linda,
not,
please.
do not,
Charlie away.
please.
All right, Funke here says, will you guys be comfortable if the woman in the relationship is the one who lost interest? You people are, and your double standards. Let me try and understand that. Would we be comfortable if the woman in the relationship,
If it was the woman that
If it was
told
one-
her pastor's
Yes.
husband that she
So-
doesn't find him attractive.
Yeah.
in a funny
the
sort of way, that's what I would have
I'd rather-
expected.
I would say this forever and ever. I'd rather people tell me the truth. Like, so if I'm with any woman and she feels like, oh, you know what, I don't find you attractive anymore. I think it's better you communicate that to your partner, like, okay, this and this and this are what you used to do that I used to find amazing, but now you don't do those things anymore. Because if you don't do that to them, you're actually doing them a disservice.
Well, how much easier is it for men than women or women than men to actually switch things up and respice the relationship?
So-
Is it easier for men to just go, okay, tell me the truth, okay, you don't find me attractive again, or
No,
I'll work
it
on
doesn't
it.
come from us.
I'll work on it. So you're saying it's much more difficult
Yeah.
for ladies
Yeah.
to work on it and get the relationship back on track.
So I
is what
feel
you're
like if a woman,
saying. You talking, look,
This
let
is-
me hear this guy. Wait. Do you get what I'm saying? With which gender is it easier? And this is not battle of the sexes, forgive me. But is it easier for women to switch and get the relationship back on track than it would be for the men?
So I feel like most times they are in pole control.
Oh, okay.
You understand? And it's actually very good for you if the woman is in control
Uh-huh.
and try to help you with the spicing up of things
Okay.
and the tempo, how to actually, okay, we're doing this wrong.
Okay.
There's this, and in most cases, I've always liked my women to be very.
Your woman.
My
See,
woman.
we have a lot of training.
so the problem, this is, you are
I'm
actually
just-
the problem.
What?
Hold on.
Exactly.
You are the problem.
Did
Like,
I-
You're the
he
problem.
don't know why
I'm
people
just-
always assume that
Right.
everybody's lifestyle
Right.
is their lifestyle.
Because that's what Jesus
No,
wanted.
he said, my women. You assume
I'm looking at my
that
brother.
no, you're not.
I'm looking at my brother.
No, you're not. You assume that, okay, dude, you have to be monogamous.
Yeah,
Dude, you have-
yes. I'm just.
Wahala.
But I have this fear. that if a woman no longer finds you attractive, and she starts losing interest in you,
That's it.
it's very hard to bring a woman back
That's
on
what
board.
I'm asking, you see.
It seems like it's harder to bring a woman back on board than to bring them. You get
So that's
women
why
like
it's
to
good
be-
for you
women-
if she is upfront with you.
Women like to be chased. Women like to be chased,
Yeah.
and they also like chasing men. Like,
Yes.
regardless of what anybody will tell you,
Yes.
regardless of what anybody will tell you, when you go out of the house in the morning, try it. Looking better than you normally look. Your wife is going to go, where are you going to?
Or
Every
this-
Monday, actually. Every
Like,
Monday.
where are you going to? When you get out, where are you going to? Just know
You're trying.
that you're ticking the boxes.
Listen, yeah,
Just
we're almost
know.
out of time, Femi, but we would like to take our final words from our Ghanaian brother, Gideon Kojo Boache, in the house. Gideon, you're an actor.
Yes.
What have we seen you do, by the way?
Okay, very soon, my movie Single and Not Searching will come on Netflix. Yes,
Nice.
we just went to do the premiere in, we did London,
Okay.
and then we've done,
Nice,
was
nice.
got Dubai.
Oh,
Ah,
nice.
So
nice.
the next one is just coming to Nigeria. Then afterwards, it will be on the streaming platform.
Single but not searching, huh?
Single, Not Searching.
Single not searching.
Yes.
That's a good one. We'll
It was
look out for it.
Ghana, Nigeria, and Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
we've got here Osasi Godaro.
Mm.
We've got what's her name? Chioma Opota.
Big things, big
Yeah.
things, man. Big things.
Enina, and then
That's good, man. That's good.
Big things.
What's about that time when you give us just a tip, please? Your little, yeah.
The problem with that just the tip word is that it has a lot of meanings.
No, no,
How can
no.
you say just the tip?
No shoulders.
No, girls know what just the tip means. Stop it. Stop it.
Gideon.
men, be generous to yourself.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Be generous,
Be
to,
generous to
yourself.
yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be too strict.
That word is very pregnant. That
Very.
sentence is very pregnant. Be
Just-
generous
just
to yourself.
Be generous.
Yourself.
Cut yourself some slack.
Mm.
You understand? Take life easy.
Mm-hmm.
You're a man. There's a reason why you are a man.
All right. No shoulders, just a tip. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Gideon, man. Good to have you in Nigeria. Good to have
He
you on the black
said,
table.
Gideon, he said, just the tip. You went all
You
the
put-
way.
Well, I was
just being generous.
But why?
Then what,
Why?
is it, what is it? Thank you for coming again. Your unfiltered, undiluted self is always welcome here. You have a place on the black table every single time. And of course, gang, we wish we could do away with you, but we
No,
can't.
no, lie.
Unfortunately,
Without gang, it's the black table.
Thank you, everybody who's out there, who's sending messages, who's been with us since 11 o'clock. It's already almost Saturday morning. We have to go get some more drinks in us. But we want to say we're starting a new ritual here on Fridays. So after the show every single Friday, you can join us actually at Fish Farm. It's a very lovely place. It's a very beautiful ambience there for a night like no other. Now, we'll be looking out for you guys. If you guys want to come, you'll see all of us there this evening. So, hey, we're welcoming you guys as well. It's going to be great. That's his Fish Farm. And we'll give you all the details. If you want, please do remember to find out the information. Use the hashtag #TheBlackTable on TVC. That's it. That will be all for tonight. Thank you very much. See you guys again on Friday night next week. Keep it a date. Bye-bye.